off in 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the Raconteurista show with the incomparable Dave Kendall.
That's me. We got the Raconteurista blues.
Man, my name is Brian Fuller, at least for a while.
His name's going to change soon.
That's right. So no reason to learn it.
He's the new guy. We got those Raconteurista on a Saturday and another time of the month blues.
Sing it, Dave! Oh, baby. We got the Raconteurista blues, baby, coming at you right now. Welcome to Raconteurista, episode number.
Yeah.
That many.
The numbers just keep flashing by you.
Keep going on. Keep going on.
It's like a couple of movies on my top 10 movie list.
No.
Yeah.
And that is the one today, kids. It's the top 10 movies. And I'll have to admit, I'm a lazy bastard. So I called up Dave and told him, let's just make a top 5 because I'm fucking lazy. But thank God Dave stuck to his guns and called me out for being a complete puss.
Yeah. I wasn't having none of it.
I'm
wasn't
lazy.
having it.
I'm just lazy. I
just
am.
wasn't having it.
All right, man. Just to make top 1. That's all I need.
Yeah. What? Tough love? What'd you say?
Top 1. Oh. Yeah, I need tough love.
You just wanted one.
I think this podcast is tough love.
It's part of my community service.
It's total tough
I got
love.
the weirdest judge ever. I got one of them Truman Show judges.
I know. I was like, yeah, here's what you're going to do. You're gonna go be narcissistic. Well, what? I thought that's why I got here.
Wow, that's pretty easy. Are you sure that's punishment?
Are you sure? It's only punishment for the people I'm around.
Oh, well, fuck them. What's the basic misunderstanding here?
Oh, man. Yes, today is by the way, I got my first shot this week.
Hey, good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I love seeing a guy on TV, though. They were talking to him, and he was like, I don't know, man, if I trust that vaccine. The guy had a cigarette and a Monster Energy drink. It's like, I'm like, really? You're putting that into you, and you're worried about the fucking vaccine? It's like, man. As a friend of mine said, she goes, man, of all the shit I put into my body, you think the vaccine I'm worried about that? I started laughing. I go, yeah. This is the first time that I've asked, like, hey, what does that do before I take it? It's just quite the opposite. Pop it in my mouth, like, now what's that supposed to do? What's that going to do to me? What's that going to do?
Yeah. Well.
Been there, done that.
Oh, you have? Like Quaaludes and shit?
Oh, yeah, all that crap.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I used to always hear about like Quaaludes and...
I wasn't much into that. My friends were way into that shit.
It was just like a hard sedative, wasn't it?
Yeah, my friends, I've got a story about that one to tell you some other time.
Oh, the guy, yeah.
Yeah, but people, that guy that did that thing, yeah. And
that didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. That was like right off the bat. Wow, this is like the Roberto Duran Sugar Ray Leonard fight. And that too, they just come out swinging to the fences. Ladies and gentlemen, no way, this one's going 12 rounds.
No, that's not a story. That's not a story I've repeated, but my friends were into it. They really like downers. That was never my gig.
I found no drugs in high school, like none, zero. And trust me, I was open to it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I got some... Wow, the first time I smoked pot, man, my best friend, his brother was just a pothead. Mm-hmm. And he's like... And I was like, man, give me some weed. It's like he was against it. He didn't like it. He didn't like weed. He didn't want me having me not. I badgered him so much. He finally brought a joint over there, and I went over to the pond and to go fishing. And I smoked just as much as I could of this reefer, and Oh man, it fucking paralyzed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, like I just laid on the sounds that sounded far away were real close, and then I thought the grass was growing from my body.
Oh man,
And it
that's good weed off the bat.
Well, afterward he said, "Yeah, my brother." He kind of laughed when he gave me this to give you. So he thought it was maybe laced with something.
Oh, probably was.
Yeah,
yeah.
It was like just. Oh, it's all kind of awful in a way.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, it's like I remember like high school was
But
always.
that's it. I couldn't. There was no other draw. I never saw the black crosses or the white crosses.
Oh no, that was on college. That was all like
The lewds.
black mollies and
Black mollies.
Christmas trees and yellow jackets. We were into speed and all that stuff. But I remember like in high school, I smoked some weed in high school, right? And where I was, it was all over the place. And then I quit because I was big track runner, cross country, and I was like, I'm going to be a badass. And I remember there was this park where everybody used to hang out and smoke weed, and I was into my big running thing. So I was a complete dick. Like, because I thought if I'm running, I'm better than everybody. Right. And I remember running past all these people smoking weed. I thought, what a bunch of fucking losers. And I went to go, there was like this little chain link, a little rope kind of thing down there. And I went to go leap over it, just kind of like being all pump myself. I go to leap over it, and my foot got caught on it. I just right in front of everybody. I just, bam, just face planted, man. And man, those dudes were fucking laughing their ass off, and I get up with dirt all over my face. That's what I get for being a cocky shit.
Well, what John Lennon called that,
What?
What did he call that?
What?
Instant karma.
It was.
Instant karma.
Because I was walking by like all smug and everything, and then after that I got up and go, okay, I'll just give me a hit. It's like at this point, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. Man,
I quit. I didn't smoke because I was all of this, except one day I was out running on a big run, and Greg Legg pulled up next to me. He goes, "Hey, man, you want to go get high?" I was like, "Greg, I'm out running. I'm jogging. Look at this stuff." And he opens up the cigar box with some weed that it was like Acapulco Gold or something. And I remember it had like gold little hairs coming off of it. It was like, yeah, I think I'll go ahead and try a little bit of that. It's like, this spread isn't that important.
That was it.
That was like, and then I was
That
back.
was all, yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, I deal well with peer pressure. Very well with peer pressure.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've been talking to
What is this? Should I do that? You pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Okay.
Oh, everybody else is doing it. Oh, well.
Not anymore, though. Come on. Not anymore. It's too hard. Hurts.
Oh, to try something new?
Oh, good Lord. Can't. No way. Here we go. Give me beer. Give me that. And then give me the bed so I can go good night.
Give me a bottle of NyQuil, that restful sleep I need.
Hey.
A double decongestant and an antihistamine. What?
Is that one of our sponsors?
NyQuil?
Yeah.
It should be.
Well, because as we said, we're trying to get sponsors.
We're trying to get sponsors.
And
We want them.
We're not having the best luck, so we're just going to go ahead and make up our own sponsors.
Oh, that's right.
Did you make up a sponsor?
Yeah, I got two.
Yeah. Okay, 2 of them.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
You want me to read yours first?
Hey, can you do a how are you with voices? Can you do a redneck voice better or a pirate voice?
I can do either one.
You can?
Either one.
All right. Okay then. Get
I'm
ready.
versatile. I'm the Mel Blanc of this area.
Wow, well, that is something.
I know.
Well, there you go. Then.
I know.
There you go.
What am I supposed to be here? Redneck or a redneck?
I mean,
pirate?
real redneck.
Real redneck?
Yeah, just be real redneck.
All right. Here we go. Good Lord, this is a hell of a one. All right. Here's one of our new sponsors, Jasper Lee's Roadkill Protein Powder. Are you confused about what to eat? Don't know whether to go keto, paleo, or Gwyneth Paltrow? Well, looky here. Let's make her easy. If you really want to go native, then you can't beat Jasper Lee's Roadkill Protein Powder. You ain't got to go hunting for no damn grass-fed this or free-range that. Nope, you just allow Mother Nature and the bounteous roadways of the interstate commerce to provide the most goddamn natural powder you ever seen. Even Joe Rogan's not bad enough to bulk up on our product unless it was spiked with DMT, and probably not even then. No, this is for the manliest of men and the womanliest of women. You want real? You want pure? You don't actually kill things or be caught up in the goddamn chain of causality and karma that pervades the cosmos by supporting the actual business of mass food production? Well, me too, buckaroos. Woohoo! What you ought to do is eat this carrion eaters subsist on the random extinction of animals too stupid to get out of the fucking road. You're actually doing nature a favor. And talk about healthy. Have you ever seen a fat buzzard lying on a hospital bed on a respirator or something for COVID? Hell no, you ain't. That's because there ain't not been none. They spend their time outdoors spreading their wings in the sun. That's what they do. I found these animals myself. Well, me and my wife, Jarlene. She helped me too. We got all kinds of flavors. We got old standbys of possum and squirrel, plus more exotic flavors like snapping turtle and my favorite, feral cat. Our Texas customers will be happy to know that we will go puro armadillo back in stock in limited quantities. Many of these carcasses weren't even damaged. They were just scared to death by the roar of the meth-fueled tanker jockeys somewhere on the roads near the hellhole known as Pecos, Texas. And if you really want top shelf, then go with my Primo series. We're talking about the most select aged meats. So good, it'll wag you. Get it? Wag you. That's right. This amazing powder is derived from the grill of the original 57 Ford Fairlane driven by one Mr. Robert Mitchum in Thunder Road. You better hurry your ass up if you want some of this cream. Supplies are selling fast. So take your smoothie game to the next level and keep it Pured. Remember what old Jasper says. If you ain't eating awful, you eating awful.
Good job. Excellent. Oh, excellent.
That was good, man. I like that one.
That's excellent, man. Oh, excellent job.
Jasper Lee's.
Roadkill
Jasper
protein
Lee's
powder.
protein powder. All right, man.
Oh, boy.
All right. I only did one.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Only did one, and I'll give it to you here. All right?
Yep.
And I hope you appreciate what I did here on this one.
Just give it to me.
There
Just
we
let
go.
me have it. Okay.
You
so
can read it in whatever
how
voice.
do I need to think?
You need to think.
Give me some cues directly.
You're really like an announcer. You're really an announcer, radio announcer. That's right. That's what you got to go.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, got it. Hey, fellas, has this ever happened to you? You're at a party when a girl says, "Is there a yak in here? What's that smell?" And you realize that smell's not coming from a yak, it's coming from your taint. That's right, fellas, we've all been there. But now with Taint Fresh, you never have to go back. Taint Fresh is the roll-on for your taint that will keep it smelling fresh and yak smell-free. And you can choose from one of the many Taint Fresh patented scents like Christmas tree car air freshener scent or barbecue scent or our top-selling scent, the smell you imagine the girl you masturbate to smells like scent. I'm going to get me some of that. That's right, fellas. Just a schmear of Taint Fresh, and you will be a hit with the ladies. Like our slogan says, and sing along to it, if you don't want your taint to smell like a yak, just put the Taint Fresh between your balls and crack. If you don't want to smell like a yak, just put some Taint Fresh between your balls and your crack. Taint Fresh, proud sponsor of the Raconteurista podcast and the Snake Tank Summer 2021 Music Girl Country Fairs and County Prisons. Yes. Oh, baby. That's hilarious. Son of a bitch. Wow to go. Fucking hell.
I had to pull the taint in, man. Snake
I
taint.
really do appreciate that. I really do like that. That's hilarious.
So that's all snake taint. Like say, back in the snake taint tour, prisons and fairgrounds.
All right. So you got a good pirate voice?
Arr, matey, I can
All right,
do
here
it.
we go.
I can do it. Arr.
That's good enough.
Arr. Arr, 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 arr,
Just
arr.
R. That's the thing.
Arr. Here we go. Pirate Pete's Goods and Sundries. Pirate Pete's Goods and Sundries. If ye be stuck in a humdrum rat race. Why am I Scottish all of a sudden? I'm Scottish pirate, sorry. In a rat race
toiling away in a dull and stifling existence, and have a hankering for the open seas, come down to Pirate Pete's for the latest in seafaring accoutrement. Need a custom hook perfectly fitted to the end of ye limb? Arg, we got that. Wooden pig leg, warrior style? Arg, we got that too. And one of our highly trained butchers, sea surgeons, would nip ye God-given limb in the bud and attach ye a magnificent artisanal prosthetic made from the wood of ye choice. Personally, I like oak. How about a little birdie on ye shoulder to remind y'all of your favorite sea shanties? We got ye covered with a selection of brilliantly plumed parrots and cockatoos fresh from the shores of yore. And surely ye need to bone up on ye rich vocabulary of the buccaneers from days gone by. Let one of our highly trained instructors teach ye all the famous sayings like swab the poop deck. You said poop. Avast ye matey. Walk ye plank, ye scuttling crab to Davy Jones' locker. God, it's hurt my throat. I learned all these other classics of loquacious lingo. Don't hesitate. Get ye safe down to Pirate Pete's for our grandee opening this Sunday. We'll be raffling Redbeard's Astrolabe, Bluebeard's Compass, and Blackbeard's Sextant. Free salted herring and caskets of rum to satiate. Appetite. Salted herring. And special guests. We're not saying that a certain famous Hollywood actor played a pirate be there, but arg, you just never know who might show up. So swagger yourself down to Pirate Pizza Sunday for bargains that'll blow ye out of the sea.
Oh, good. Oh, I love it.
I love it, man. This is great. This is so better than getting a real fucking sponsor.
Oh, yeah. This is way better. Hey, man, I wanted to break, because you know what, you said that, and I remember, like, when I was a kid, man, like, we had, there was a couple of radio stations in Paris, Tennessee, that we could get two, or was it just one? Anyway, so there was, on Sunday mornings, the black preachers got an hour, like, to do a show. And they played gospel music, and they would read their own commercials.
Oh yeah.
And there was like, this is sad, but like there were two black guys that owned a funeral home, and that's where all the black people got buried. Because God forbid.
Oh yeah,
up in there.
yeah.
And but their names was Williams and Rawls. Okay, so it was called the Williams and Rawls Funeral Home. Okay, got it. And I'll never forget the commercial.
Yeah.
That the guy did. He said, "And now for a new sponsor. When the shadow of sadness falls, remember the name, Williams and Rawls." The shadow of sadness.
Oh my God. That's awesome, man.
And he did another one about a gas station. So like, in the rain, hail, sleet, or snow, you won't have to step outside to pump your petrol.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh man. Those were the days, man. I used to listen to, we used to get a little border radio when I was a little kid, you know.
Oh, really? So you got to hear the X.
Yeah. And it was like every so often. It wasn't like all the time you'd hear them. But I didn't ever hear this one, but Donna's dad did. He used to hear one that they would say, oh, here you go. Look at you.
I got my new knife.
New knife, so you're opening everything. But he used to say, used to sit there and do a commercial that would say, send in $10 so that you can get a dime that Jesus himself touched. $10
for real?
$10 to get a dime that Jesus himself touched. I was like, oh. Did you ever watch? We used to watch Robert Tilton. That's what we used to watch in Dallas. He was this crazy televangelist, a complete dick. And he got busted because the reason he got busted is he was telling people, sending money, and I go over every prayer. And the reason he got busted is because they found a bunch of...
He didn't go over every prayer.
Can you believe that? A preacher was lying. And he got busted, but there's a really good... If you go to YouTube, There's a great video out there somebody made because he was always squinching his face together, always doing it. And so they do it with fart noises. And so it's just complete him just doing fart noises, man. But I remember my friends used to write in, and they'd write in their cat's name and send money in under their cat's name. Yeah. And they write back going, I can see you being prosperous there, Skittles. You know, he's like writing back all this stuff.
He's just got just a fleet of people just sitting there.
Oh, just sitting there. He got busted because he was in Dallas, but for some reason he was getting the money sent up to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that's where they found like this big dumpster of all this stuff. And, you know, I mean, those televangelists to me, there's a special place in hell for those kind of guys because they just pick on people. It's, man.
I mean, you know, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And, except I have to make, God damn it, I have to make a special exception for one Jimmy Swaggart.
Oh no! My thing is, I think they pick on these people, but at the same time, every time these people have been busted and they come back, the people go back to them again. So I don't really have a lot of empathy for these folks because they keep going back to them. I mean, remember Jimmy? You know.
Here's the other thing. I used to watch Jimmy Swaggart.
I watched all. I watched all of them.
And Jimmy, for any of you 10 people listening, that
11 subscribers now.
There
we go. 11, and the average listen time is about 5 minutes.
So
you better get it in.
So
quick.
this is Jimmy Swaggart was Jerry Lee Lewis's cousin.
And Mickey Gillies.
And Mickey Gilly was also one of the cousins. They were all, you know, like from around Faraday, Louisiana. I guess that's sort of in the northwest part of the state. And but Jimmy Swaggart was a big-time televangelist, big, successful.
Oh, he was huge.
And, I mean, he gave these just incredible performances. But the thing is, man, he would come out there and he would be preaching, and then he'd go to the piano and he would start playing the piano just like Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Just ripping runs and just, oh, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on for God. I mean, yeah, for God. I mean, give us some money, but I don't want to know. For God. It's for God. I mean, the guy was just, there was some madness in those guys.
Oh, no, it's great. I used to watch Ernest Angley because he's the one that always, he started the first one, did the be healed, and he would hit him in the forehead, but I always say.
That was Ernest Angley?
Yeah. He didn't say he hit him. He said that he got this close, and then the Spirit of God is what knocked him back to people waiting back there and stuff. And my other one I love was Peter Popoff. Mm-hmm. He would get up there and he'd start going, what I see is there's somebody in the audience that has their brother named Billy has cancer in his toe, and then some lady would jump up, right? And it was like, how did he figure that out? Well, they found out that he had a little earpiece in, and people wrote all this stuff down, and then his wife would be talking into this earpiece, telling him what to say. And somebody had a radio in one time, and he came over it till he figured it all out. He got busted, and he got even more people to start showing up.
Of course.
And it's like, oh, my God, man. Oh.
Well, not only is he a holy diviner, he's a master of technology.
Yes, man. He is.
He's a freaking genius.
You know, it's like, if we would have had him in the war, we would have busted. We'd have cracked all those German.
Oh, just
codes.
imagine if he'd have teamed up with L. Ron Hubbard. Well, what God would they have wrought?
Jesus, when I lived in L.A., I used to see those freaks. They would be out there lining up. They all lived in
you saw L. Ron Hubbard? I must touch the bow of thy glory.
Yeah. He all the Scientologists lived in this weird apartment complex, and you drive past there, and there'd be a bus up there taking them to work at the big center, and they all dressed like they were in the Navy or something. I mean, it was like these little shirts with epaulets and all this.
The place is called like the Sea something. It's a weird name, like the big compound is called this.
Yeah, they're like sea something, like there's something. Yeah,
it's not the sea shanty. I'm almost blow the man down, then get clear. Write me a check for 40,000 quid and get clear.
So you can go to the planet of Morpheus. That's where we're going to head to.
Morpheus?
I don't know what the fucking planet's called. There's something like it's all that stuff. You ever see that? And I never saw it, but John Travolta did the movie that's based on what they think is the higher thing of where.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's called
Battlestar. Battle for Earth.
Yeah, something like that. He's got these tubes coming out of his nose, and
Oh, no.
he looked like
Battle-
Chaka
yeah.
from Land of the Lost or something. It's like, oh my
Hey,
god.
when I first moved to Austin, I didn't, I was just kind of trying to get a job and just kind of fucking around.
Yeah.
And one day I remember, I heard about the drag.
Oh
and
yeah.
So I just went up there and I just started walking.
Yeah.
And I walked around. I just went to all, there was Quackenbush's Coffee and the bookstore, and it was cool.
Yeah.
The drag was like.
There was that great music store down there. Whatever.
There was Tower Records.
Is it Tower?
Down there,
Okay. Yeah.
And but there was a Church of Scientology.
Yeah. Right
and
across from
I
Stewart.
just for some reason, and I wouldn't. I mean, I was suspicious even then at 28. I was like, I thought, but this is a joke. The
Yeah.
Church of, I thought of it as a joke, but
Yeah.
But they were saying free. They had a sign that said free personality.
Oh yeah.
test.
Oh yeah.
And so I just thought, well, I got nothing to lose. I'm just a slacker, just killing time. And so I go in and I take the test.
Yeah.
And it's, like a really cute girl.
Yeah.
Well, but then there was a questionnaire.
Oh, there was. Okay.
It was a really cute, young woman,
Wow.
administering the test. And so I asked, they gave you the test, and then it was it wasn't a true or false. It was essay or something. I remember you had
Essay. Who would take an essay test? Good lord.
I don't know. There was a test to be taken, and I took the test. I don't remember the format. Okay, please don't ruin everything again. Jesus Christ, I feel like Elizabeth Taylor into the.
You're doing a good enough job on your own. It's okay.
So, anywho, I guess it was a multiple choice. I'm thinking.
True or false? Probably wasn't an essay. You're probably right. It probably wasn't write 500 words about.
Tell us why you need Scientology.
But I remember, and so when you finished the test, which was on a piece of paper, and it was some format where you marked things with a pencil, okay? I don't remember exactly, what the fucking thing was, but it was a pencil and some paper.
Was it true false?
And parts of it. I think 10 of them were truthful.
Well, you were the truth. Scientology was a false, right?
Well, let's wait and see. So I take the test back.
Are you still telling this fucking story?
You go back with to the cute girl and you give her the piece of paper, and it's I remember her, her writing it or grading it in front of me, and then she would look at a question, look at me, go,
Really?
yeah,
Oh my god!
wow, and start marking stuff on the paper, and then she turned it around and it just had these valleys, peaks and valleys. And she's like, I just have one question. What happened to you?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And I would just became what the fuck do you know about what happened to me? That's just some stupid test. You can't tell anything from that. And she just remains calm. It's that's exactly what the results would expect you to react.
Oh my
I'm oh my
God.
God. It took me a minute to realize I was just being played so hard.
Oh man.
But it was pretty hilarious. I just never forget, what happened to you?
I walked in here.
I'm glad I did it.
Oh, I lived in L.A. They had a place right down from where I lived, and they were always out there with those a little meter, some little meter thing with two little cylinders. They would have people be up there taking it, and it was testing their, what do they call them? Their thetas or something. I can't remember what it was. It's pretty. The fact they call it a religion is
Should I
beyond
call you
something.
Elron this week?
Elron. I'll be Elron.
All right.
Elron. Yeah.
Elron.
Elron. That's it.
All right.
But they were pretty. It was the fact that it gets called a religion and it gets to be tax exempt is so fucking bullshit. So bullshit.
Very interesting. isn't
Well, I think we've just made sure that Tom Cruise is never going to like our podcast.
it? Yeah, I've been reaching out to him. So, oh well. Sorry, Tom. Unless you want to jump the shark with these guys.
Yeah, really. Come on. They're losers.
Hey,
All
we
right.
got our thing this week. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm kind of looking forward to this because this is a little out of our wheelhouse, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
We've decided to branch out of music slightly, but not totally. Do our 10 favorite movies. Or 10, we're just doing a top 10 movie list because let's face it, we just want to talk about movies and bullshit.
Because we can only count to 10.
Hey, you know what? Count for yourself. I got 11 digits.
Digits? Really? What?
Hey, you're looking at it. Hey.
I was wondering.
Hey, you know what?
I was wondering where your pinky was.
Hey, why don't you try to look at me in the eyes for once? Hey, eyes up. Hey, Sailor.
My eyes are up here.
Hey,
They're
Sailor.
up here.
Eyes up.
Up
Eyes
here.
up.
Oh man, I used to work with the dude that had he would get his eyebrows done, man, and they were like they rivaled any woman's eyebrows I ever saw. And every time you talk with him, it was everything you could do. You just kept going, look at his eyes, look at his eyes, quit looking at his eyebrows. I mean, it was just shocking to watch that.
Sure, it was a guy you knew, or was it that weekend in Bangkok? That lost weekend in Bangkok.
Yeah, it's like it was my version of Hangover Part 2, you know. So
Boy.
that was it.
Have we all been there?
What is man? You
I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing.
Man, I don't know.
This is virgin.
you're scaring me here because I'm afraid you're going to cut yourself or
Well,
something.
I don't want to fuck this thing up. This piece of wax.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was fucking Henry VIII and somebody sent me a waxed bottle or something, I'd be like, off with that, lap off the head of the person who sent this.
And you would hope it was one of your wives. 2 for 1.
Annette Funicello.
2 for 1. There we go.
Oh boy. Oh, this looks
Wow.
really special.
Man. There we go.
This is called Bruxo. Actually, this is like old pre-Spanish. I think this is like an old word for brujo, like wizard, sort of sorcerer type.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but this Bruxo, the X thing, is kind of like that's sort of like little Aztec influence on the Spanish dialect of Mexico. Anyway,
right.
so we're trying a new one.
All right.
Let's do a new one.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. I hear good things from my friends, at the place that won't sponsor us, so I won't mention your fucking name. I went back in yesterday.
You what?
I went back in yesterday and made my case again.
Oh, you did what they say?
They're like, get the fuck, buy some booze and get the fuck out of my store.
Sounds like they know what they're talking about.
All right, let's give it a shot, Brian.
Ooh, that is smooth.
Ooh. You know
Wow.
what? I'm putting this on camera.
Wow, that is smooth. Man,
That's really awesome.
that is really good. Son of a bitch.
And you get your own little wax things at the end.
So you can, what are you going to do with that wax later on?
I'm going to give myself a pubic scrub.
Okay, I just think I threw up in my own mouth right there.
Good. That's the appropriate response.
You know what? I can tell you this much. I used to complain about people that turned off after 5 minutes, but I think they were doing the right thing.
Hey, man, the way I look at
I
it.
wish I would have quit 5 minutes ago.
Hey, if you made it through that lame ass theme song opening, you probably. I mean, you obviously got nothing better to do. with your life.
Yeah, you deserve the pube scrub of Dave.
I
Is
should have said
that a
if
new
I-
sponsor? Is that a new sponsor? Dave's pube scrub.
If I'd have said tank paint, it'd have been better. Oh, I don't know, Brian. How about some tank paint? Look, if I was Elvis and I did that, that'd be worth $1,000.
It would be because he's dead.
No, he's not. You shut your fucking pie hole, baby.
Oh my God.
Off the rails, baby. Can we have like a safe phrase for we?
Fuck
for this
no.
episode? And we just go OTR.
No.
Or like on
Don't
a-
say phrase. Say phrases are for pussies.
Well, you are what you eat.
Oh.
Dickhead.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it hurt. Oh, it's a burn. It's 3rd degree. It's 3rd degree. I'm in pain. Give me some butter. Give me some butter.
I can only compare that slam of mine to when the comets destroyed the dinosaurs. 66 billion years and never the twain.
Shall mock. I love your Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
And everybody, most people are going, who the fuck is Howard Cosell?
If you don't know who Howard Cosell was, then you have lived, no doubt, an impoverished and completely debilitated and diminished existence.
That's probably why you're watching this shit.
Hey, that's something Howard Cosell might have said.
I know he would have said.
Yeah.
I know. That's it. I get it. I understand.
Why don't you ever compliment me for anything I do? I mean, like on one thing, just like nothing. It's like nothing's ever good enough for you. Is it? Robert Duvall and the Great Santini. Oh, you see the tie-in?
Oh, were you still talking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man, I was talking. I went on a thing where I was doing a thing about a guy that didn't forget enough love from his fucking partner in comedic duo. Like the Abbott to your Costello. Or wait, could it be the other way around?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
I don't know.
I'm tripping. Let's go.
All right.
Let's get on this top 10. Hey, who goes first? Oh, rock, paper, scissors?
Actually, you get to go first.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Or I'll go first this time because we did it last time with me. So I got last. So I'll go first this time.
You can't stand the cutthroat nature rules of rock, paper, scissors to decide this? Fine.
Okay.
I guess an MMA match is out
all right.
of the
I
question.
didn't want to embarrass you. Let's go, bitch.
Okay. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. God damn it, I lost again.
That's right, bitch.
You are the winner. Okay, you know what? There will be a trilogy. There will be a trilogy. Oh, but
well,
I can only see one out of three.
I want to compliment you on losing like that. I will compliment you on that. So good job of losing.
Yeah, well, some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time, Davey's got the blues. My number 10.
I thought you were going to go into Sammy Davis for some reason.
Oh, the shark bite. Pretty teeth. Oops, hey, my eyeball.
Oh,
Frankie.
Hey, that's not Candy Man. Get it back here. Get it
You
back
know, one
here.
time I remember seeing, I was watching Letterman. He was like at a live show from Las Vegas, and he was like, musical guest, Sammy Davis Jr. And I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh, he's an amazing entertainer.
He came on and played with Schaefer,
Oh, yeah.
the band, and he did like the Candyman, and he just totally ripped it, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, just totally. Like,
guy was like-
hey, you know, babe, I was telling you, like, cha-ching, cha-ching.
No, he's an amazing. Let me tell you a quick thing about a guy I knew with a fake eye. He actually
You say quick, I'll reach for my
he actually
pistol.
saved up. His eye had been cut in the Navy. It had been cut, and so through the Navy, through veteran administration, he finally got a new eye. He finally got a fake eye.
Wow.
The first fucking day he gets it and it finally heals up, he's with his friends when it's finally healed up, right? He's with his friends at a bar. He goes, hey, check out what I got. He pulls the fucking eye out, drops it, and fucking chips his eye. First fucking day that he can mess with it. It's like, that is what that guy's like. It's like, oh my God. So that's my story.
I thought you were going to say he pulled it out and he tried, and it was the real eye.
Ooh, that'd have been a good story.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked into it and saw his future. Man.
Well, no doubt he did.
Yeah, well, he did because it fell in his drink.
And then, hey, you know what? I remember when my eyeball fell out that time. Hey, Frankie, remember?
And Peter Falk picked it up. Peter Falk picked it up. Fucking Peter Falk.
You know, and he put it in Frank's martini, okay? And Frank thinks it's an olive. And so he eats the fucking thing.
And I had to follow him around like a dog for 3 days to see if I can get my fucking eye back.
It's like, is Chuck Berry not available for this job?
I have no idea what that is from. I have no idea what that is. Oh, wait. I get it now.
That's like I was shocked you didn't just. I was shocked.
I was concentrating more on the eyeball.
Yeah, and then when the eyeball starts to pop out of Frank's ass, hopefully the iris and all, hopefully it's looking at you.
No, it popped out and did this bit.
I ain't coming out.
And then it went back in and had 6 more weeks of.
Hey, look,
they had 6 more weeks of winter.
This guy wants to pop me into this empty eye socket. Well, we've intimated to at least 3 movies on my list.
Really? Wow.
In the conversation.
None of mine.
You ready to get started?
Yeah.
So I'm number 10 because I lost. I insisted on losing.
Yep, that's
Thank you.
right.
Thank you very much.
That's
stupid.
right.
Thank you very much, stupid machismo attitude of
Yeah,
Thursday.
you already had it. I love it. You snatch, snatch victory from or defeat from the
Once
jaws of
again,
victory.
we see in the sports world the example of hubris, overreacting in the face of adversity. My number 10 movie. My number 10 movie is Pulp Fiction. Totally predictable, I know. But there's no way this stylistic, anti-classic tour de force isn't making my list. There's no way.
And if it's like a lot of my movies, music plays a big role in those.
Big time.
Big time.
Master of guys however that works.
I know so many people.
Whoever picked up music for that movie is a goddamn genius.
Well, it was what's the I can't think of the director's name here all of a sudden.
Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah, okay. I was like zoning out there.
But he's sitting right out in the corner.
I know, but he did all that.
I
He did all.
critique
But
you.
like, love him or hate that guy knows some fucking music. They always talk about how he rips everybody off and everything, but he does a really good fucking job. And he's the one that picked out all that music. He's the one that picked out that. What is that one song by the Oak Ridge Boys or something?
You keep saying you're amused at my happiness. That's the Statler Brothers.
Oh, Statler Brothers. Okay.
Counting flowers on the wall. That don't bother me.
I mean, what a brilliant choice of, it's like, God dang, man.
Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Guy can't win, no
I know.
matter how well he plays.
That's what I
Yeah.
hear. Yeah. All right. I like that
the thing about Tarantino, more style than substance, for sure.
Oh, yeah, but
Doesn't
still,
have anything to say, but I just remember going to the theater, watching Pulp Fiction, and just thinking, this is very different
Oh, yeah.
than anything I've ever seen.
And it's one of those ones where right off the bat with Dick Dale, just I mean, just that off the bat, just boom, just hit you. It's
Yeah.
like you're going, I'm in for a good ride right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go, QT.
I like that one. All right. My number 10 is The Party with Peter Sellers. You ever seen that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
All right. Well, Peter Sellers playing a character from India would certainly be considered cultural appropriation today. You go, but the comedy will never be accused of that. The scene with him trying to eat the Cornish game hen is stuff of legend. Every time he screwed something up, they would cut to him on the other side of the pool acting innocent. You can't beat that. You need to go watch The Party. It's before, I think, I don't know if it's before the Pink Panther stuff or not, but he plays this Indian actor that winds up screwing up and blowing up a whole huge set for this big movie producer. And he was like, who did that? And he goes, I'm writing his name down. And what he didn't know is his secretary had laid down the guest list there, and he wrote his name down on the guest list. And so he got an invitation to come to that guy's party, is what it was. And it's just him screwing up one thing after another at this party. And he plays this like I say, it's cultural appropriation. He plays a guy from India. But I mean, it is freaking hilarious. It is well worth you watching The Party if you haven't seen it.
I thought of, while I was writing up my list, the Pink Panther came up.
Well, that's on my honorable mentions or any Pink Panther movie.
I mean, there's two movies that come off the bat that it hurt to actually go see because the laughter was so intense. But the Pink Panther, one of those was definitely on my list. I mean, like there's a scene where he's like checking into a Swiss chateau, and there's like a room, and the guy, and there's a little dog there, and he's like the old guy checking him in. He's like, "Does your dog bite?" And the man's like, "What?" He's like, "Does your dog bite?" He's like, "No, my dog does not bite." And so he reaches down to pet this little dog, and it just rips his glove off. He's like, and he comes back and he's like, "You fool, I thought you said your dog did not bite." And he's like, "That is not my dog."
I like one time whenever his boss was all freaking out. He was at the nut house. And he starts scribbling. He goes, this man is obviously very crazy. He goes, we don't use the word crazy. He goes, well, what do you use? I go, now. He goes, well, he's obviously very now.
Peter Sellers was kind of a genius.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove.
Oh, my God.
Talk about that.
Oh, my God. You know, the other one I remember from the Pink Panther.
Or How I Came to Love the Bomb.
Oh, yeah. No, the one that I really love is on the Pink Panthers when he's playing a pirate and he's out there like walking out. He has that little bird up on his shoulder and he's like out there like singing the song 16 rumps on a dead man's chest. He's like out there and the bird was an inflatable bird. So it would just it'd be walking and all of a sudden the bird go and like lose air and he had a pump underneath his arm so it'd pump it. And it pumped the bird back up, and he'd be out there walking around. And then one time it went down, he fell down, and he started pumping it up. But he pumped it so hard that the bird shot off. He shot off his shoulders, and he looks up and he goes, there she blows. And I just like, dang. Oh.
He had that guy who was his adversary.
Kato.
No, not Kato.
his name
No,
not
Kato
Kato?
was his house boy.
Oh, I'm talking about his house, that would always come home and like, I'm not kidding. I do not want to fight.
Yeah, it was always
I do
like,
not-
Kato, I do not want to. But Kato was instructed to try and like kill him.
Oh, kill him every time.
Because it kept him alert.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm not kidding. I do not want to fight.
No, but there was that other guy who was his like real adversary. Like
it's his boss.
No, it wasn't the boss. It was
Oh.
this other guy. His name was like Howard Nemo or something. I can't. Oh, but there was he's still constantly like Pink Panther's always Clouseau's trying to like infiltrate his thing, and
Oh yeah.
and he like he finds out this guy's got a tooth going bad, so he disguises himself as a dentist.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he gives himself a big nose.
Oh, that's right.
And he gets in there and he's trying to operate on, and then the nitrous oxide and so they're both like, and his nose starts to melt.
Oh yeah. No, that's his boss. That's his boss.
No, it's not his boss.
What's
Oh,
his
is
boss?
it?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
his
sure?
boss. Yeah.
Oh, but he went mad.
Yeah, he went
Oh,
mad
he
because
went mad, Cordilo. That's right.
Yeah, because then I always thought that facial tick. He goes,
Yeah, that's
Remember at one point he came back and goes, I finally got rid of Clouseau. I'm finally. And then all of a sudden he hears Clouseau, and all of a sudden his facial tick starts back. It's not Clouseau.
But this scene is like, and then this guy realizes it and starts trying to kill Clouseau, but the nitrous oxide has got them.
Oh yeah.
Like they're both like,
Oh, yeah.
Clouseau, I'm going to kill you.
But he's still going to kill me. Oh yeah.
I like the Pink Panther, and like he was a genius actor.
Yeah, he's a shit person, but a genius actor.
Oh, Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But I agree.
Chauncey the Garden.
Oh my God! I love when these guys came up to rob him, and he had the clicker, the remote. He kept trying to click it off.
Was he the one in Doctor Strangelove that said, "Gentlemen, the war room is not a place to argue or something.
Yeah.
Stop arguing.
And they're like, and that goes,
Stop this arguing. You're in the war room."
yeah. And he got.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I love it. Okay, my number 9.
Yeah.
My number 9 movie is Terminator 2. Turning Arnold Schwarzenegger's killing machine into the good guy was a stroke of genius, and the big guy really nailed it. One of the best action movies ever.
That was. It's an interesting choice. Not usually, and it bucks the trend of where 2 was really better than 1.
Yeah, I think it was.
It doesn't happen very often.
Well, because they made him the sympathetic character.
Yeah.
But, by the way,
which is genius.
Yeah,
Genius
they
twist.
turned him into
There was no way if you'd have pitched that out off the bat, we're gonna make him the good guy. Like what? It's like all of a sudden it's like pro wrestling,
Yeah.
like he's gonna go from the heel.
Yeah.
Crazy.
lots of funny scenes. Lots of just and the new. There's a little bit of cheesiness in the special effects now, but like it was so.
Doesn't matter.
And I mean Arnold. It makes me really appreciate Arnold in a way. Just
Really, the babysitter didn't do it. Come on.
Oh, by the way, it reminded me. I had something written down here as a note. Oh yeah. Okay, I got a joke I made up. Okay. I'm gonna ask you, hey Brian, if you were to do if Arnold Schwarzenegger started an Italian-Mexican fusion restaurant, what would it be called?
I don't know.
Pasta la vista, baby.
Oh, we're gonna have to do the top 10 dad jokes now.
You laughed. You liked it. It's irresistible.
It's so dumb. It's
I know.
perfect.
Can you imagine answering the phone? Hello, pasta la vista, baby.
No, it's a kid that's like this. Is like he's just getting paid minimum wage. Yeah, pasta la vista.
Pasta la vista, baby.
And then the boss is behind goes, no, you say it, pasta la vista, baby.
It writes itself, I'm telling you. It's a skit that writes itself.
All right, this will be our the next one will be our top 10 restaurants for movie stars.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Fusion restaurant.
Yeah, to fusion.
Fusion.
So, and stop thinking about it now, because I'm not. Was it Christopher Walken? Jeff Goldblum does an Indian.
Oh my God.
Yes, coming to Samakutra. Okay. All right, Brian.
All right, my number 9, Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh yeah.
It's like you had me at Gene Hackman, you kept me with Angelica Houston, you slayed me with Wes Anderson. Every character in this film is so thought out, truly amazing writing and acting.
Yeah.
That is just one of those movies that, and I'll tell you later on, I'll tell you a little bit more about something, but that's one of those movies that every time I can watch it just over and over and over again. There's always something in it and Hackman is just, man, that guy is just one of the best freaking actors.
No shit.
I remember that I really didn't think much about Hackman, and then my sister one time, she was really young, and she goes, oh, my favorite actor is Gene Hackman. And I was like, where the hell did that come from? I was like, and I started watching more of the stuff, and it's like, God dang it. And I love that guy. Hackman when he was 72, I was living in L.A., these two 35-year-old guys hit his car, hit him from behind, hit his car, and they get out. Hackman gets out, and they start jumping and start giving him shit. Hackman beat the crap out of both these two 35-year-old guys.
The hack.
The
hack is back.
At 72, man. I was like, oh, my God. Yeah, so that Tenenbaums, I think what Wes Anderson does is just flipping amazing. Just amazing.
We're doing there's some tie-ins going on here. So what was the movie he did with Bill Murray?
Well, a bunch of them.
But the one that the
Mount Rushmore. I mean Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Oh my God.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
No, man, that is just with what's his name? The guy that's the star of it, Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah,
boy.
Man. And there's a really good show on HBO. It's an old show. It has Schwartzman, Zach Galifianakis, and Ted Danson.
Yeah.
I can't think of that. Bored to Death, I think is what it's called. Really a good series. Really good.
Mm.
All right. Number 8 for you. Ocho. Number Ocho.
By the way,
Ocho.
Hackman.
Yeah.
Hackman, his performance in Unforgiven.
Yes. Yeah.
Directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
Here's my number 8. My number 8 movie.
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby.
I don't know.
Director Clint Eastwood loves to explore the darker spaces, and Hilary Swank delivers a knockout performance in a film that pulls no punches. One of the all-time great boxing movies.
He just wanted to say, no punches.
Director Clint Eastwood loves to explore the darker spaces. Hilary Swank delivers a knockout performance in a film that pulls no punches.
No.
One of the all-time great boxing movies.
You're supposed to have to say, knockout performance, pulling no punches, and then just kind of look at the camera like this bit.
Oh, I am?
Yeah,
That
you need
was
to acknowledge the cheesiness of it and how fucking cool it was.
Okay.
You can do that, Dave. Elron says do it.
Yeah, that's right, Elrond.
Elron.
Yeah, that punches. Like that.
It's indeed a
You ever do the whole thing
so
over?
much fucking cheese, man.
Yeah, that's one of the all-time great
No, we've already heard it
boxing
3
movies.
fucking times. We're already done with it. We're over.
Hey, you know what though? about
Good
that movie?
God.
You know what?
Just because you say it 4 times, that make it fucking funny.
Yeah, well, you gotta try. You gotta
I
try.
know.
It.
I know. I
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, you gotta try it at least 3. And then there's always that one. Like, man, maybe if I could just soften it up now. That fourth. That movie, $1 Million Baby.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
The boxing movie where Hillary Swank is the
What's it called?
$1 million. Is that a joke, man? Are you making a fucking joke? Do I amuse you? Do I amuse you like a fucking clown?
Do you think I'm funny?
Jesus Christ, Rod Stewart. Robert Stewart does Joe Pesci. Thanks. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Raconteurista.
Do you think I'm sexy? Do you want to let me know? Also, I'm Peter Lorre. I want to know, do you think I'm sexy?
Do you think I'm sexy?
Do you think I'm sexy?
Wait, I'm doing Bob Dylan. Oh no, this is all gone mad. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the madness episode. Do you think I'm sexy? Come on, baby, let me know.
Yeah, to my friend that's growing in the wind. The times that I
Peter
change.
Lorre does Bob Dylan doing. Wait, who was the original thing?
I don't even know.
I don't know where I was coming from or where I was going to.
Well, you sound like a guy from El Salvador.
I know.
Hey, man, you know. You know, Brian, $1 Million Baby. That's the only movie that I ever did. I went to see it on a Sunday night, and it moved me so much. Like the next morning, I found the earliest screening of it and went right back and watched
Really?
it. Yeah,
Wow.
blew me away.
That is impressive, my friend.
And I went on I just Hillary Swank. It's something I love about Hillary Swank
All right.
and Clint Eastwood. Let's just give props to Clint, who Unforgiven. He gave that great performance from Gene Hackman.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Number 8 for me.
8 for you.
Oh, brother, where art thou?
Oh, good choice.
When I heard that the Coen brothers were doing a southern version of Homer's The Odyssey, I didn't think anyone could do that. But if anyone could, it'd be the Coen brothers.
Absolutely.
And that is another one. And I'll tell you, on my list of movies, to be honest with you, I think I probably own a DVD of all these movies, right? Yet, every time these are movies when they come, if I'm flipping the channels and they're on TV, I just have to watch it. If there's these ones that I'm like, got to jump in and check them out.
Well, I mean, you pretty much have to kind of watch anything by the Coen brothers.
Oh, I agree
mean-
with that. I agree with that. I am a big fan of theirs.
Yeah, big time. I mean, yeah,
I'll
but that
take-
one in particular.
And I'll
I am a man of constant sorrow.
Because you and I talked about this one on my honorable mention is Blood Simple.
Yeah.
Because first time I saw that one,
Oof.
obviously you didn't know who the Coen brothers were when you saw that when it
Francis
first came out.
McDormand.
Oh my God! And it was all shot here in Austin. I didn't know
What's
that.
the guy's name? What's the guy's name?
M. Emmett Walsh.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
You know
the-
what you want here.
that voiceover where he does, in Russia they got this thing called communism, where it's all
Communism,
look
yeah.
out for each other. But down here we don't do that. Down here in Texas, everybody's on their own. You're on your
do
own.
that down here in Texas.
You're
I love
on your
when
own.
that knife is stabbed in his
Yeah.
hand. It's just, whoa. But no, that
And he
one,
drives a Volkswagen Beetle.
oh, yeah. And that little hat, that little cheesy cowboy hat. Oh, yeah, Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
All right.
I feel like you're trying to rush us, Brian. Are you trying
Am
to
I?
rush us? Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you're sort of
I
like.
don't think I am.
Are you okay? I just want to make sure you're okay.
No.
All right,
I'm good. I'm good. Take your time.
My number 7.
You can go back and do your number 8 again.
No,
You
let's
good with
go.
that?
Number 7. You're gonna get it. Here's my number 7. Apocalypse Now.
Oh yeah. God damn, man.
When this movie came out, I was 18. I didn't understand it then, and I'm not sure I understand it now, but I sure do like it. Great soundtrack, and one of Anthony Bourdain's favorite films.
Yeah, that is beyond. Have you seen that documentary, Hearts of Darkness?
Yes.
That's when you realize that there's making a film, and then there's a obsession, over the top, whatever.
If we're talking about a Fitzcarraldo type of obsession.
Oh no, totally. Yeah, very Fitzcarraldo. I mean, and who was
Martin Sheen
was
had a
he-
heart attack.
Yeah, was he the first one Was there somebody else they shot stuff with?
No, I mean,
Or then he had that heart attack.
He had a heart attack.
That's it,
Colonel,
yeah.
he was Colonel Willard.
Yeah, because he had that heart attack, and that's why they just stopped everything. But like everything that could go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
There was that monsoon that blew the whole set apart.
The Philippine army was shaking him down. For
Oh
this money
yeah,
and
he
that,
he hawked every house he owned, and
Brando comes in looking like the fucking Goodyear blimp.
oh yeah, and Brando like, you can't film me out in the open. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And have you ever seen in that Hot Shot Darkness when he's trying to like convince Brando to say these lines, and it's like he won't do it, and then he's trying to convince Hopper to say, and Hopper is so fucked up. I mean, it's just it is beyond, just beyond.
Well, and also
Based on a film that a book that Orson Welles started to shoot it. It was Hearts of Darkness is what Orson Welles started to shoot or wanted to shoot.
the book is it was based on the book The Heart of Darkness by
Yeah.
Joseph Conrad.
Yeah.
Which is about a fictional Colonel Kurtz, but set in the Congo.
Yeah.
And so it really helps to read the book because then you get. But the thing I love about that movie, like, I saw it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I was 18, and man, just like in the beginning of it, it was like it was a great it was easy to follow.
Yeah.
And then as you got farther and farther along, it became more chaotic until the end. I didn't understand the whole the ending. I had not read the Golden Bough, and I didn't understand humans, the sacrificial nature of the whole ending of it was just. But man, at that end where this is the end, beautiful friend, the end. Like when they do the Doors, the end. When he's hacking Marlon Brando to pieces. I didn't understand it. It's got a heavy mythological feel. It's got all kind. Are we off the air? Are we down?
Yeah, something happened here.
Oh my God!
What happened? Oh shit! Thought I had this. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Let me start over.
Really?
Yeah, really. I fucked up. I didn't have it plugged in. I thought I had it plugged in for the battery. And it just died on me. Oh, God. I looked over, I'm like, what the hell? I still have the video, the audio from here, though. So I can pull it in.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's painful. I really have no idea where we stopped off. But I'm going to start back up here, and we'll see what happens with it. Talk to me now.
Yeah. Hey, what's... Yeah, boy. The Ted Max Amateur Hour.
So, here's what I'll do. I will, I have the video, the audio from here.
Yeah.
So I'll splice it in the middle of it, and I'll do that. I can splice it in.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to sound fucked up.
Yeah.
But what does that mean to us?
I don't know.
To anybody?
I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, well, I got an idea.
It's pretty bad, too. It's a bad idea.
Yeah, well, oh well, that's what you get. You fucked up. You trusted me. Sorry. So,
Yeah, it's,
That's
it's
it.
bound to happen.
I really don't know when it stopped. It didn't stop that long ago.
Well, why don't you just can you find out when it stopped? Or is there
Why? It doesn't matter. I'll just splice this in. I can splice it in.
Oh.
I can do two things.
Oh.
Yeah, I can make this work. I can make it work.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah. So we go. We're good.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
And
sorry for the technical difficulty. And we're back.
This is the end. Beautiful friend, the end. That's the first time I heard that song by the Doors.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people, I heard that they, after they saw that movie, they're like, who's this new band? Where'd that song come from? And people are like, it's the Doors.
Who the fuck said that? To who?
Idiots.
Why are you even bringing those fucking people up?
I was just trying
Who didn't know who the Doors were?
I was trying to extend the process. I didn't want to act like I was rushing it. I wanted to actually push this
Wow,
out
you're
further.
really overreactive to criticism.
Yeah. Am I really?
No, you're perfectly. No, you're 50-50. You're perfect. You handle it perfectly. Like everybody does.
Yeah.
Doesn't everybody handle criticism perfectly?
I'm really good. I'm really good. Whatever. Take your time. It's okay. I'm good.
Says the guy who didn't plug up his computer. This is the end. Beautiful.
I think my computer was just on quality control.
It's like
I heard the end and it was like, you're right, it is.
It's like when Tony Stark's computer, Jasper, goes, I'm going to shut down this thing before it gets any worse.
It's like Hal from 2001. It's like, I'm tired of you. All right, my number seven.
Oh, God.
Duck Soup. The Marx Brothers. I was lucky to learn about the Marx Brothers' early life, but too early for VHS and Blockbuster, so I had to set my alarm at 3 a.m. to watch this movie. All I can tell you is that Fredonia and Rufus T. Firefly are the kind of mayhem we all need in our life.
Amen.
And you know what I love about the Marx Brothers? They would tour. They would tour before they shot a movie and would work out all the laughs on a touring thing. And they would go to hit all these performances, tour, work out all the laughs, and get rid of the stuff that wasn't working. So by the time they got ready to shoot, it was gold.
Wow.
Just gold comedy right there, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
I
those,
didn't know that.
Yeah, they did for all their movies, that's what they did. The hardest part of their movies was keeping Chico on set. Because if they had a break, they'd look around and he'd be gone because he was such a gambler. They'd have to run downtown and find him at gambling places, playing cards and all this stuff and everything because he was such a gambler-holic.
Is that the one? There's the famous scene where they're in the mirror. Is that
That's with Harpo. With Harpo.
Is that movie? Is that Duck Soup?
I'm not sure if
What's
that was
the- I mean,
Duck
what-
Soup or if that was Night at the Opera.
No, it was on a ship. I thought. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. It was
But
on
there
the
was a
ship.
famous scene where
Yeah, and they did that one with the ship, and I can't remember the one. It was where they're all in that room, and they keep cramming more and more people into that room on the ship and everything.
right.
Yeah, and it's mayhem.
Well, what's the Duck Soup one? I mean,
Duck Soup is one where he makes Fredonia. Is that country of Fredonia, and he's Rufus T. Firefly running this country of Fredonia, and just crazy because you had horse feathers, monkey business, not at the opera, day at the races. All those Duck Soup, and yeah, man, I mean that stuff just floored me. But I love the fact that, like I said, they just toured all this stuff, worked it all out.
Yeah, that's amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah, they're crazy. They were great.
Yeah.
They were great.
I mean, but I remember reading a story by a guy. I don't know if it was Gary Snyder. Some guy wrote a story about taking acid with Groucho Marx.
Holy shit!
Like when Groucho was like in his 60s or 70s or something. And like him and Groucho Marx, like
that would be I don't know if I'd want to do that. Groucho wasn't the happiest of people.
I don't know. How do you know that?
Oh, because anybody read about his life.
Can you call Groucho Marx right now?
Oh, I can tell you, Groucho was not the happiest of people. He was not. He was a great actor and a great comic, but he was a real tightwad too. And his brothers were crazy. I mean, they finally had to put Chico onto an allowance because he was such a gambler-holic. They couldn't give him the money from anything because he just gambled it all away.
Well, can you imagine 3 or 4 brothers trying to just do that together?
And they say Zeppo was the funniest of all of them. They all say Zeppo was the funniest. And he was only in, I think, one movie with them, I think. I think is what it was.
This is a signal that needs send help.
Should have put that up a long time
I
ago.
feel
Really? Here's your signal right here. Just a white flag. I give up. Okay, what's your number 6? As I push this, as I keep pushing,
I
keep
really
pushing
do
the
love-
hearts of darkness down, further down the river.
Yeah, nice.
Come
nice,
on.
Nice.
Like that callback?
Oh, here's my number 6. My number 6 movie is Groundhog Day.
I love that. I just watched some outtakes from it the other day.
Peak Bill Murray in a slyly subversive film that I heard is the Dalai Lama's favorite movie. And I'm pretty sure, without a doubt, that I'm absolutely certain that it is the Dalai Lama's favorite movie.
Oh, man, that's awesome. You know, it's hard to pull that kind of movie off.
Yeah.
You know, every day, over and over and over again, how you can actually pull it and make that work. And I think if you didn't have Bill Murray, you couldn't pull it off.
Well, I mean, the thing about the movie is why would this be the Dalai Lama's favorite movie? Why do you think?
Because you actually learn. You learn over life how to be go from being a dick to being a good person.
Yeah, and it's also, right, and it's also like...
And Andy McDowell's in it. That's what the Dalai Lama really likes.
Andy McDowell, good God. Andy McDowell in that, she is angelic.
Yeah.
I mean, she really is.
I think Andy McDowell made the Dalai Lama's robe feel tight.
And I don't look down on any of these people for that. I mean, if Andy McDowell doesn't make your robe tight.
That is the worst thing I've ever said, I think, probably. And I love the Dalai Lama. You want to know, here's L.A. Here's L.A. for you. When I was in L.A., this one guy that worked at my company had an overall deal as a writer. He wasn't a very good writer. One day he went to some party and he met the Dalai Lama. And I looked and I go, you met the Dalai Lama? And this guy did some shit show called Single Man or something like that. Not Single Man, but a shitty sitcom. And he goes, yeah, I met the Dalai Lama. Not impressed.
Really?
And I was like, what?
That's weird.
Not impressed. I'm like, oh my God.
I actually have the Dalai Lama's phone number.
Oh, man, you do too?
Yeah.
Mine
we
is.
could call him if you want to.
Okay.
Oh, you want to call him?
Please tell me it doesn't start off with 666.
No. Of course not. Look, son of a bitch. No, wait, I do know the Dalai Lama, so. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I know the Dalai Lama too. Oh, no, I know Danny Lama. I know Danny Lama.
See, look. No, go ahead and call. Just call the Dalai Lama.
Okay, all
Just
right,
call
all
Dalai
right.
Lama.
How do I get it on
Just hit
speaker?
call.
How do I go on speaker?
Oh, yeah.
How do I get speaker here?
Here we go. It'll do it when the phone comes up.
It will?
Yeah. Just call Dalai Lama.
All right.
And then put the speaker on. There it is.
And by the way, it's spelled Dolly.
Hello, this is the answering machine of the Dalai Lama. He is busy right now watching his two favorite movies, Groundhog Day and Eraserhead. Please leave your message after the beep.
Okay, I get Groundhog Day, but Eraserhead?
What? You've actually reached the Dalai Lama, Brian.
Yes, I have. Eraserhead? What about Eraserhead?
Eraserhead is an excellent movie. The radiator scene is in particular.
The what scene?
The radiator scene.
Oh, okay. So I would have gone Groundhog all the way. I totally get Groundhog all the way, but Eraserhead, I don't know, man. It makes me wonder, is this the real Dalai Lama?
Oh, yes, that's your friend there. He loves Eraserhead, even though he won't admit it.
I know. He's a real dick, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. At
He-
times he is. That is what he has to practice with.
At times, I mean, I think all times. See, even the Dalai Lama
Right.
even the Dalai Lama thinks you're a dick, man. If the Dalai Lama thinks you're a dick, you're a dick.
I
Yeah,
think we
that's
are
for
all
sure.
dicks on this bus.
I think you're right, Dolly. That's awesome. I'm gonna get it.
There you go.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt made of that. All right, Dolly, you're on our podcast here, Raconteurista, so you're rocking it. Will you be our sponsor?
Oh, excellent.
Will you be one of our sponsors?
Spread the word.
I will. please be our sponsor because we like because we'll have that to go with like, and we'll be able to quote it like in Caddyshack, and I got that going for me. So he's our sponsor.
There you go.
All right. All
I
right.
will gladly sponsor.
All right.
Namaste, Dolly.
Namaste, Dolly. Love you. Love you. Okay.
Take care.
Well,
Okay.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
Dolly.
Bye-bye,
Goodbye, Dolly. Ladies and gentlemen, a podcasting first.
What the fuck was that?
You just spoke.
What
With
the
the Dalai
fuck?
Lama.
What was that? What was that? Oh my God. You got to understand, it's in his phone and it's written DOLLYLLAMA. And I thought it was just some answer machine. What the hell is You'll have to tell me what that is, man. That was awesome.
God.
That was awesome. Thank God my computer was working during that.
Thank God. Do you want me to tell you?
Nah, tell me later. We'll let everybody wonder what the hell that was all about. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. I loved it.
Wow.
Loved it. That was awesome. You can't make that shit up, man.
I'm sending 5 thumbs up to the Dalai Lama.
Oh my God. That is unbelievable.
You just spoke to the Dalai, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Only on Raconteurista to get the Dalai Lama.
Oh, he just sent back. Oh yeah. Look what the Dalai Lama just sent back.
What?
The little
Devil.
face.
Oh my God.
Dalai Lama's got a sense of humor.
You can't paint Dalai Lama into a corner. You can't.
No, he's a
Never.
real deal.
No.
So, okay.
All right. Was it number? What are we on? You did a Groundhog Day. What was that? Number 6?
That was number 6 for me.
Okay, my number 6 is another of the Coen Bros, Raising Arizona.
Yes.
Raising Arizona.
Yes.
Something about white trash characters that try to do the right thing but have a real tough time with it resonates with me. And that scene with him stealing the diapers is a classic. When he flies out the front of that freaking truck, by that point, I'm laughing so hard, I have tears coming in my eyes. Man.
Son, you know you got a panty on your head.
That one, and when whenever he comes over and those kids are in his trailer home, and the father looks at the one kid, he goes, "Duck boy," and the kid is scratched fart on the wood panel, and he throws those peanuts at him. Oh,
You know what?
man.
They were on my list, and I think I wrote something like, "I've never laughed." The only other movie I ever laughed at hard at was a Pink Panther movie.
Yeah.
And when the fight,
No!
When he scrapes
and he
his
scrapes
face.
it.
Oh, it's
Look,
just-
and then falls down. There's
how
that
it resonates with everybody that ever touched
popcorn ceiling.
in a mobile home.
And then he falls down. There's one little cheese ball there, and he falls down, just boom, right on that little cheese ball. Oh my God!
No, that's a great movie.
And I love it's like when they get the baby and Helen, what's her name? Helen something. I can't remember her name.
I can't remember all. I mean, Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter. And they get the baby, and she looks at it, and then she goes, "You got the pretty. I love him so much."
Sailor. What? Oh, that's right.
I think I got the prettiest one. Oh my God!
Such a good movie.
Oh man!
No, that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny.
All right.
One of my faves.
Number 5.
Number 5 for me, The Matrix.
Matrix 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
Matrix.
yeah.
All-time great sci-fi action film that hits at the core of our modern techno society and perfectly balances entertainment and philosophy. The rare blockbuster that actually makes you think.
Here's how good that movie is. That came out at the same time that one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they did Star Wars 4, 5, 6, and they came back with the 1, 2, 3, and I think it was like number 1 came out that same weekend. I wanted to see that. Donna wanted to see The Matrix. I was like, "No, I want to go see this," and she goes, "I want to see The Matrix." So I'm like, "Fine, I'll go." Go there, and it's like everything wrong. First of all, it's not the movie I want to see. Then I go get some popcorn. and I go to put some salt on it. The whole salt shaker breaks off. All the salt goes on. I'm like, what the fuck? Then, it's like, then there's everything's going wrong, right? I hate seeing the movie, but everything I'm doing is just like, God, this is awful. We sit down and watch that movie. I walked out of there going, oh my God, that is unbelievable. To have everything wrong about that, getting into that movie and to walk out of it and just be floored. Yeah, I just love that movie.
That was one of those movies I heard about a long time before I actually saw it.
Oh, really?
'Cause everybody was just going on and on about it, and I'm like, it can't be that good.
Oh, yeah.
And then I finally saw it, and I was just like, just couldn't believe how fucking good it was.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole red pill versus blue pill. I mean, that movie's like, if you go to some Reddit thread.
Oh, my God.
And it just, the thing just keeps, like, people are still talking about, like, especially now, because, there's actually, like, legitimate kind of science type people saying, like, we could be living in a simulation.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't know it.
Yeah.
If it was constructed well enough.
Yeah.
If we were in a computer program, we wouldn't know it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. No, that one blows my mind. Blows my
Free
mind.
will versus predestination.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my number 5, Spinal Tap.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And the 2-foot Stonehenge, getting trapped in a pod, the airplane coming over the wireless mic to the cucumber in the pants. It's only rock and roll, but I like it.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
good.
that was one that I am always surprised because it's an older movie, obviously, but it's always a shocker when I talk to somebody. They go, yeah, I've never seen that. It's usually somebody younger, right? But it's like, how have you never just stumbled across that movie? I have to tell you, it was between, that was the number one where it was a toss between that one and The Great Lebowski. Because, but I have so many Coen brothers on here, I just like, okay, got to stop at some point.
Yeah, Spinal Tap was on my list actually, and I cut it out just
Yeah.
because. What I wrote about it was that Eddie Van Halen was once asked in an interview if he'd ever seen Spinal Tap.
Uh-huh.
You know what he said?
What?
He said, "Yeah, I saw it. It's not funny to me at all."
That's perfect. That movie came about. Christopher Guest said he was at a hotel. He was sitting in the lobby waiting for somebody to come down, and this English band showed up. And I don't know exactly what it was, but he goes, I'm sitting there, and the manager looked at the bass player. He goes, where's your bass? And he goes, I don't have my bass. He goes, I know you don't have your bass. I told you to go get your bass at the airport. He goes, I know you told me to go get my bass. Why didn't you go get your bass? It wasn't there. Why didn't you? Where is it? He goes, well, I don't know. He goes, why didn't you report it like that? You didn't get it. He goes, you just told me to go get my bass, and it wasn't there. So it wasn't there. I just came on the bus.
Well, you know what? I got to get my bass. But anyway, I've always heard that what's his name, like the guy who Nigel,
Yeah.
was maybe patterned. I've heard different ones. Like I heard he was patterned on Jeff Beck, and then I also heard he was patterned on like Buck Dharma of Blue Oyster Cult. What are your thoughts on this, Brian?
I don't
Well, I
know.
go
I don't even know.
Get the bass.
I don't know who Buck Dharma is. I know Blue Oyster Cult is, but
You never heard?
no.
Don't fear the Reaper.
No, I said I know who Blue Oyster Cult is. I didn't know who Buck Dharma was.
Dharma, one of the great stage names.
Do you have him in your phone?
You want to call Buck Dharma?
I want to go Buck Dharma.
What do I have left to prove? I just called the Dalai Lama on my phone. You son of a bitch.
Oh my God, man! No, man, no. My favorite, actually, my favorite Blue Oyster Cult is the Red and Black. That's my favorite song. Really, Buck Dharma does a really hellacious lead in it.
Well, I can't wait.
A great bass lead.
Yeah, of course it's a bass lead. It's always a bass lead. It's always a bass lead here. Oh, no.
Okay, number cuatro.
Oh, for me?
Cuatro.
Oh, boy, I can't wait to talk about this movie.
Hey, if I'm pushing this along, it's because I want to go eat some mud bugs.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
Yeah.
was just asking. Good Jesus Christ, Brian. It was like years ago when I asked that. I can't wait to talk. I think you're gonna love my number 4, and we're gonna want to talk about it in a minute. Okay, here's my number 4 movie, Fight Club. I don't know how this weird, anarchistic polemic against the dehumanizing impacts of our contemporary hyper-capitalistic culture got made, but I'm sure glad it did. Great directing, great performances, a really important movie in my book.
Yeah. Who's the writer? Paluchuk?
Chuck Palahniuk.
Something like that.
Palahniuk.
Yeah.
Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah. Yeah.
The movie's way better than the book.
Really, that's one of the rare ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a crazy. You know what's weird is that it spurned all these people and made fight clubs after that, which is like
I know.
freaking crazy.
No, it's actually a movie that actually shaped
Yeah.
the culture in a way. I
Yeah.
mean, because it did say something important, especially about. I mean, now it's controversial because it's so hyper masculine. It's toxic masculinity, blah blah blah, all that. But it did talk about something important about like the corrosive influence of like modern society.
Huh?
You never saw it, did you? Did you not see the movie?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You don't like it?
I thought it was okay. I mean, I'm serious. I thought it was
No,
okay.
it's good.
I mean, I think Norton and Pitt are really good in it. I didn't get the boner that other people did for it.
I think it's one of those kind of movies.
Yeah.
That you either
I get it.
You either really resonate with it or you don't.
And I might watch it again and get into it. I remember the first time I saw Fargo, I was like, I don't know if I can get this movie. And then I watched it
Oh, wow.
again, and I was like, what did I miss the first time? Because that's awesome.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Yeah.
And I mean,
I'll revisit it.
I mean, it's
Because I care. I'm a giver.
just you should have just stopped right before you said that.
Yeah, no,
and then it
'cause-
would have been believable.
No, because I'm here for you, man. And I'm gonna listen to it.
I got it. Oh,
I really
my
am.
bad. My bad.
I really
my
am.
bad. But I want to say, like that movie does talk about, that there's a controversy about it. It's just
Oh,
toxic
ain't macho
masculinity.
movie,
But
yeah.
the thing about the icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing that made it movie great was Helena Bonham Carter.
She's something else.
Her performance in that movie was just kind of. She's so pivotal. in
You
that.
need somebody as kind of out there as her to pull
She's
that
very
off.
out there.
Yeah. Anybody else would have been believable,
And she reminded me of like my very first major girlfriend in Austin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And like the kind of girl that would go like steal somebody else's blue jeans out of the dryer in the laundromat. I was like, wow, I know her.
As you sat there with no pants.
Yeah. I love her. Jerlene, come back with my pants. And that possum enters. Okay. Moving along.
Okay, number 4 for me, it's another Wes Anderson movie, Bottle Rocket.
Bottle Rocket.
You ever seen that one?
No.
Ah, man. I was living in LA and was homesick for Texas. I saw an ad for this movie in the paper, and it said it was set in Texas. That's all I needed. Little did I know that I loved being part of Wes Anderson and the Wilson Brothers world after that. It just floored me what a cool movie it was. You ought to watch it. I
will.
It is. Owen Wilson is a riot in it. Luke Wilson's great. The writing in it is fantastic. Great story. It's all set in Dallas and everything where they're from. And, Wes is from Houston, but those guys are from Dallas. And here's a fact maybe you do or do not know. Did you know that the Wilson brothers' dad ran the public television station in Dallas and was the first and only guy that took a chance and put Monty Python on public television, and that's where they skyrocketed from because of their father.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck in here. I'm the fuck in. Out.
Had
Hell
no
no
idea. No
Hell
idea.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. If you ever watch a documentary on it, they have nothing but great things to say about the Wilson brothers' dad because he's the only one that did it. And as a matter of fact, when he put it on, people were like, what the hell? And he came in the next day for the ratings, and like it's public television, right? The ratings are like 0.2, right? And he said he comes in, and he goes, the hell, there must be a point missing. It said a 3. They're like, No, it's a 3. And he goes, and the next week it's a 7.
Because of Monty Python?
Yeah, because of Monty Python. It was just like, there was like, what the heck? And nobody would touch it. And after that, off to the races.
Speaking of Monty Python, I mean, I was...
Oh, Holy
Life of-
Grail, Life of Brian.
Holy Grail.
Oh, any of those. Yeah.
I mean, talk about laugh scenes.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Oh.
a younger friend of mine got me really high, and we watched the Holy Grail. And that scene, the rabbit.
Oh, man, that is, you talk about just something that you just don't expect.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but fucking hilarious.
And the night, the night he
Is that all you got? It's like,
What's up?
yeah,
with you
your mother
guys?
is a hamster and your father smells of elderberry.
That's...
But it was like this, that was when they're pouring the stuff off. Yeah,
Well, he keeps cutting the guy's...
yeah, that all you
it's
got?
just so good.
Oh,
it's
man.
so good.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're right. No,
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And then when he stumps the guy, the 3 questions is like, the sparrow. Was it a African sparrow?
There's so many. That's movies full of great.
Just a little coconut.
The catapult and God, I gotta watch that again. That's a funny movie. Number 3 for me.
Okay.
Here's my number 3 movie, The Last Waltz. Martin Scorsese plus the band plus an absolutely legendary musical lineup equals a slice of heaven for this music fan.
Man.
This movie's so good it makes even Neil Diamond and Joni Mitchell
Look
great.
decent. Yeah.
I mean, great, really.
Yeah.
I just think I think that's the best music movie.
Oh, and they had a room in the back, right? Had window and mirrors everywhere and just bound to blow.
Of course. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they had to airbrush it out of Neil Young's
Yeah,
nose.
that coke booger in his nose. Yeah.
What does he care?
They re-released it, right? When I lived in LA, they re-released it. It was showing at this theater down the road from me.
Yeah.
From where I worked. And I thought, I'm going to go. And I was leaving, and this guy, he goes, where are you going? I said, I'm going to go see the Last Waltz. He goes, I don't know what it is. I go, it's this great movie with this band. He goes, well, here, take this. And he pulls out a roach, right? And he goes, why don't you smoke this on the way down there? I was like, oh, okay, why not? I don't really smoke a lot of pot, right? But I get there and I'm walking down an alley and I'm hit it and I'm like, this weed isn't very good. So I smoked the whole roach. By the time I got there, I was so fucking high that I get up there and I'm like, yeah, I need to get 1 ticket for the Last Waltz. And it's like, yeah, it'll be this. And I have to, reach in and barely get my wallet out and run my ticket and my card through. And then the guy's like, yeah, do you have a Super Saver card? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I have to get my wallet out again and try to run it through and then get up. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm so fucking high. I get in there and I sit down and all of a sudden the movie comes on and the whole audience starts clapping. They all start clapping. So I'm like, oh shit. So I start clapping too. Then I look around. Nobody's fucking clapping. It's just the sound system. I'm so fucking high. I'm the only guy clapping in the whole audience and everybody's looking at me like, what the fuck?
I'm a fan. I'm a real fan.
But I love that. I saw that back before. This is a classic case of watching something and go, oh, I love that band. I'm going to get their stuff. Where are they? And it's like, they're broken up, dumbass. Because I saw the movie like at one point when I lived in Duncan, I had no idea who the band was. I had no clue. Floored me.
I mean, the most incredible performances.
Oh, yeah.
Muddy Waters, Van Morrison, the way he...
Ronnie Hawkins.
The Hawk.
The Hawk.
I mean, that's so
Dylan?
hilarious because, and when, because like the Hawk, he's singing that song,
Who do you love?
Who Do You Love? And then he's, at the end, he says, Big time, Bill.
Big time, Bill. Yeah,
'Cause
the
he's
Graham.
yelling at Bill Graham.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Bill's like, Graham said to him, look, you're good, son. You're never going to hit the big time.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, big time.
Yeah.
You remember, man, one of the things I always remember about that is like when Eric Clapton comes out to do Further On
Yeah.
Up the Road.
Yeah.
And his guitar strap comes loose.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he just keeps.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, because Robbie Robertson's a good back rhythm guitarist.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
he took a solo, and then Eric Clapton took a solo, and it was just like, holy cow! It was like going from a jalopy to a cow.
Yeah,
just this smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Just great performance. Dr. John.
Oh yeah,
Joni Mitchell.
everybody.
It was all great.
Oh, yeah.
It was all great. It was just
And yet there's two bios out there. You should read the Levon Helms bio and then read the Robbie Robertson, because as much as I love Levon, he's really a bitter guy about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you read the Robbie Robertson, you see there's a lot more going on about that. There's a lot more stuff that's going on. To be honest with you, Robbie Robertson is a much better book than Levon's. But it's really cool.
Yeah, I know those guys had a real beef.
Yeah, but when you read about it from the standpoint of Robertson, I kind of get it, because also at the same time, if you're a big heroin addict and you're bitching about, somebody keeping the shit together and doing
Well,
stuff.
was Levon a heroin addict?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Are you sure?
yeah, positive. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Can you call him?
I would. He's dead.
Okay.
He's dead as
Well,
Elvis.
I've called the Dalai Lama's
But
dead
he's
too,
still
but-
alive, obviously.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's obviously. All right, number 3.
Yeah.
Is that number 3 for me? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I just got to tell you, it's a high school movie that I wish my high school was so like that, but it never is. But it's like, that is one of those ones that I tell you, to this day, I wish I could find the book that Cameron Crowe wrote to make that movie. But it's like literally, if you look it up, it's like $1,000 because it's out of print. And it's just crazy. But, because he went back to high school to write this. He went back into high school and came up with it. Cameron Crowe, yeah. But no, that one just, it's the people they put into that with, all the people that had stars in it is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought
sure.
that one just, and it's another one, music wise. Really
Well,
good.
it makes. Cameron Crowe. I had Almost Famous on my list.
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
Cameron's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
it really,
he's
really
awesome.
is.
Yeah.
Great music.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Number 2?
Ooh, it's getting down.
Is it number 2 for me?
Getting tough, getting close.
Oh, here's my number 2 movie.
All right.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Ooh.
One of the best movies about the South. Still relevant after all these years, this film not only explores the horrors of racism, but masterfully portrays the clash between ideals and innocence, childhood and maturity.
Oh yeah. It's the only book that Harper really wrote, right?
Yeah.
She wrote one later on.
Yeah.
But that was really it. And her and Capote were like buddies.
Well, that character in there, the kid,
yeah.
was supposedly based on Truman Capote.
Yeah, because they were from the same little town.
That's the first movie I remember that really emotionally affected me. At the end,
Yeah.
who's
Atticus.
well, no, the end, the great actor who's the first, Boo Radley.
Yeah.
Who was Boo Radley?
Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
Yeah.
First film.
Yeah.
I held it together. I was
Yeah.
watching this movie with a friend, and man, but by the time Boo Radley appears, I just broke down.
Oh yeah.
That was just such an emotional scene.
Yeah.
Boo Radley, to see Boo Radley, and when the black people cheer Atticus
Yeah.
Finch,
Yeah.
Gregory Peck, great.
Oh yeah.
No, it's an important movie.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Especially, it was an important movie then. It's an important movie now.
It still is.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's
Yeah,
sadly that
it's sad. Yeah, it is. It is. All right, number 2 for me. I got to tell you, this one could have been number 1 for me, but I pull it in number 2. Dazed and Confused. The reason is, from the opening scene of the GTO cruising through the high school parking lot with Aerosmith's Sweet Emotion blaring out, I knew this movie was going to nail my high school experience. That movie is really geared for a very select group of people. And it was like this group that I was a part of, because that was my high school. That hazing shit, all that stuff that was going on, drinking beer, smoking weed, all this stuff, and hanging out playing foosball and all that. That is exactly what my high school. And I went and saw the movie with my sister, who's 3 years younger than me. So she and I are sitting there. There's 3 guys behind us. We are all howling and looking back at each other and high-fiving over this movie. I remember people were walking out of the movie, leaving it, because they're like, I don't get it. And we're like, oh, I understand, because it's real exact. It's real exact. But it's exactly what my little fucked up town was like watching that. Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that, I love Linklater.
Oh yeah.
Slacker.
Slacker
What a great
is a
movie.
crazy, and I just love it's based on all of his.
Well, see, I was living here. I was actually living in Austin
When
when
that was-
Slacker came out, and I saw it at the Dobie Theater.
Oh, I love the Dobie,
Up on-
man.
and it really, it really captured what Austin used to be. Kids, I'm sorry. If you're moving to Austin to try to recapture the Slacker
Ooh,
ethos,
it ain't there.
wow.
Yeah.
There's
no.
there's about a 3-block section over, like sort of southeast Austin. That's kind of like that.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah. Slacker was this one of those. I remember watching Slacker going, holy shit, that is. And it was just cheap to live.
Yeah.
Everybody's just kind of, air conditioning that kind of works, kind of. And just,
Well, Steve Earle, lived in Austin for a while, and he had to move away. Steve Earle, who married the same woman 3 times, and whose son died of a heroin overdose.
JT, yeah.
He said, "I had to leave Austin. The weather's too nice, the women are too pretty, and the pot's too cheap."
Yeah. Be about right.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No, the women are still pretty, but they.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready?
My number one. Here's my number one movie of all time. The movie is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
We had Hal in here earlier.
To me, this is the sine qua non of science fiction, the one to which all other sci-fi movies must be measured. This is the first movie that really blew my mind.
Wow. And the director,
Stanley Kubrick.
yeah. That movie's trippy as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And speaking of music, I mean, anybody goes, dun, dun, you're like, exactly where you're going to.
Da. Well, there's two, the dum, 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 da, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the thing is that the first 15 minutes of that movie is there's the primates, and you just see this kind of like Planet of the Apes thing where these primates are going about their daily life, and they're just trying to feed themselves, and there's a watering hole, and they keep getting in a bitter conflagration with this other tribe of primates, and then a saber-toothed tiger jumps on one of them, kills them.
Yep.
And then, the one head of one monkey clan keeps getting his ass whipped by the other one.
Yeah.
But then he touches the monolith,
Oh, yeah.
and then he picks up a femur bone of some big-ass herbivore, and he's like, I bet I could beat the fuck out of that other guy with this.
Yeah.
Because he touched the monolith, and he got some message. Mm-hmm. And these people may still be talking to us. And next time he gets the guy, he clubs the guy. And he establishes his dominance, and the next thing you know, Planet Bay of the Pigs. We got Tokyo.
Planet of the Apes.
We got atomic bombs. We got this.
We got rock and roll.
Yeah, there's always a good side. There's always an upside.
We got the Raconteurista podcast.
There's always an
There's
upside
also a
to it.
downside.
To annihilation. Yeah, annihilation's got its benefits.
All right. My number one, and I will preface this with, it is not held up in this new culture, not held up well, but it's the movie Night Shift. You ever seen it? Probably not.
No idea.
It's seeing Michael Keaton as Bill Blazkowski was as an important comic moment for me as the first time I saw Curly from the Three Stooges. But it's not, like I say, it does not age well. He's awesome in this thing. First movie he's ever been in. He and Henry Winkler, they're in a mortuary, the city morgue, and they run hookers out of the city morgue. It hasn't aged well because, it's the old hookers, and they're all great, and they're all grateful for them running and doing a great job for them, and, all this stuff, and hookers with a heart of gold and all that crap and everything. But Michael Keaton is so fucking funny in this movie. Fucking hilarious in this movie.
I love Michael Keaton.
Well, if you love him, if you haven't seen this movie, like I said, It hadn't aged well, but he and Henry Winkler
Was he
played.
in A Fish Called Wanda?
Well,
Is that Michael Keaton?
no, that's Kevin Kline.
Oh, Kevin.
You're Kevin
Sorry.
Kline, who also is fantastic. But no, Night Shift is fucking lit. The first time he comes up and he's just like, don't. You see this shadow coming up on this deal because Henry Winkler plays this really straight guy.
The Fonz.
Yeah,
You're talking about
exactly.
the Fonz.
The Fonz plays this really straight guy, and then Keaton comes in, he'll run the night shift at the morgue and like, don't. He just comes walking in. Hey, what's up, man? And he's just like this, just like, like this. And I just watched a documentary on the Comedy Store.
I would want my mortician to be like that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Are we turning this guy to ashes or what?
yeah.
Foul.
Man, but I just watched a documentary on the Comedy Store, and they all said the same thing because Michael Keaton started off doing comedy, and they're going, man, he was so good at stand-up, but as soon Beetlejuice, yeah. But as soon as he got into movies, he just quit doing stand-up, and they were all so devastated because they say he was so great. I've never seen him do stand-up. And they say he was just freaking fantastic.
What's the movie with the bird guy following him around? They're kind of recent, where he said,
Oh my God!
He's
Yeah.
haunted by-
What? It was a new movie. Darn. Yeah. I can't think
I
of it
can't
offhand.
either.
But yeah, it's in the last 2 years.
Yeah, well-
2 years.
"No,
Couple years.
yeah, I guess so."
Yeah, 2-3 years. Yeah, something
yeah.
like that. I know what you're talking about. He was great. Zach Galifianakis was in that. And
Boy, the second time that guy's come up.
I know. Well, we could do a whole show on Zach, is my opinion.
Well, let's don't.
Come on, Between Two Ferns. Come on.
Have you ever seen the outtakes to the Between Two Ferns? The
No,
outtake-
I bet
they're
those
so-
are.
that's
where people
so-
are laughing so hard at when he says
That's
something.
the funniest shit ever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's brilliant.
Have you seen he did
Did you
this?
see when he had Obama on there?
Oh yeah.
And
Oh,
Obama just calls him to,
Yeah. Just rips on him.
and Charlize Theron's like, "Oh, it's getting kind of sweaty right here between my legs." Like,
And he says stuff, and I love those outtakes. He'll say something, they just start cracking up.
no, there's
like,
some hilarious things. The
him and
bloopers-
Michael, John Hamm, and they have these.
the bloopers are hilarious.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Wow.
All right.
Nice job.
I will tell you, that was a very, very different list. Yours was a lot more serious than I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah, you're a lot more into movies. Mine were all like obviously comedies,
Well,
and yours are like a little more serious. I was impressed.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
See, I can give out compliments. You fuck.
Well, you only did it because I called you out. So put those roses back in your pocket. Oh, those aren't roses.
No, you mean these?
Yeah, those.
And there we go. The love just keeps on flowing from Raconteurista. By the way, if you made it this far into the podcast and you
want to
haven't
buy
already,
some pirate? Hey, if you want to buy a hook for your goddamn limb, you read
or you can email us because we'll send you some Taint Fresh. We have some Taint Fresh. We have a whole case of it in the back.
It's got it. It's coming. It's rolling off the assembly line right now.
No pun intended, rolling off. So, if you got a hook for a hand, I'm not sure that's going to work for you, but give it a shot.
We'll send you a swab to use with it.
Swab. He can swab your taint deck.
He can swab your poop deck if you know what I mean. You imagine a little guy down there swabbing the old poop deck. When they talk about nanotechnology,
I think we better stop right now.
if Elon Musk wants to invent a little man
Goodbye.
to swab me poop deck,
Here, goodbye.
the checkbook is open.
Goodbye from Raconteurista.